regarding, because most guys want to hear that there's going to be a civil war. I get it. That's what most guys want to hear. That's why you're buying your MREs. That's why you're buying thousands rounds of ammo. That's why you're getting the new scope for your M4. I get it.
Foolish boy. Don't you know anything about Fantasia? It's the world of human fantasy. Every part, every creature of it is a piece of the dreams and hopes of mankind. Therefore, it has no boundary.
But why is Fantasia dying then?
Because people have begun to lose their hopes and forget their dreams. So the nothing grows stronger.
What is the nothing?
It's the emptiness that's left. It is like a despair, destroying this world.
Incel, I believe, is the crux of where the misery is.
And I have been trying to help it.
I just did what I do best. I took your little plan and I turned it on itself. Look what I did to this city with a few drums of gas and a couple of bullets. You know what I noticed? Nobody panics when things go according to plan. Even if the plan is horrifying. If tomorrow I tell the press that like a gangbanger will get shot, or a truckload of soldiers will be blowing up, nobody panics. Because it's all part of the plan. But when I say that one little old mare will die, well, then everyone loses their minds. Introduce a little anarchy. Upset the established order, and everything becomes chaos. I'm an agent of chaos.
But anyway, the folks that are online and saying awful things, some of them call coronavirus, quote, a gift from God. And another one called it Saint Coronavirus. Part of the reason they call it that is not only because it prevents people from mixing together and having sex, most importantly, but also because it will lead to, quote, normies dying.
Upset the established order, and everything becomes chaos. I'm an agent of chaos. Oh, and you know the thing about chaos? It's beer.
Wall Street continues to freak out as small retail investors are blowing up the market by actually participating in it in a way that Wall Street firms don't like. They're actually taking on big hedge funds, and it's awesome. So now the most recent results from this is that Melvin Capital, who bet heavily against GameStop in the shorts market, no, I don't mean actual shorts, but as in short stock, is actually getting ready to declare bankruptcy. So this is after they were given 2 massive injections of billions of dollars. In total, the markets have lost over $70 billion. Wow. Now, as a result of this, you had a lot of trading apps, TD Ameritrade, Robinhood, and others that have decided to restrict trading. And as a result of that, of course, there is a class action lawsuit being levied at this because it turns out that people don't like being screwed over. Why are they stopping regular people from being able to, actually use the tools of the market to do legitimate trades? These are not against the law, legitimate trades against these short stock sellers, or these holders of short stocks, and the people that are betting against this market. Why are you stopping them but allowing everyone else, these bigger firms, to trade? That's the problem here. Melvin got Melvin. I'll get to that. So now, this, of course, shows how scared they are of regular people actually getting into their little rigged game. See, we have actually figured out the game people over on Reddit, I love them, they have figured out that, hey, you know what we can do? We can actually affect the market, and we can affect the market in a very big way. And so, well, here's what they've done. Here's what they're saying. Quote, individual investors looking to make trades have faced multiple issues on trading sites and apps over recent days, as these apps, of course, have shut down trades to places like GameStop, Nokia, and AMC, as well as others. Even Blockbuster was trading high. Crazy. Melvin Capital just lost its shorts. Yes, true. The frenzy over GameStop has led to TD, Ameritrade, Robinhood, and others to restrict new purchases of particular stocks, among others. It's also led to the Wall Street Bets subreddit getting temporarily locked, as well as a Discord server being shut down for violating their terms of service. What are the terms of service? Well, they come out and they say, well, you know, we found a lot of hate speech here. Hate speech? Hate speech. Not the thing that now they're suddenly in the news for, right? The doing all the trades and disrupting Wall Street. Not that, but hate speech. We know what that is. Come on. We know what they're doing. We know what they're doing.
But black folks out there in New York, this is what you have to do. Family, we're going to have to be counter-racist. We got a lot of folks in the room. Shout out to everybody in the room. All my black people in New York, what you need to start doing is preparing for a lot of attacks by the race soldiers. Start preparing now. One thing you need to do, and I want all my New Yorkers, you need to start getting insurance policies. Every black person in New York, I'm talking about in the morning, first thing in the morning, start getting insurance policies. Get life insurance policies on you and your children. Get insurance policies. I've talked about this before. I've talked about doing a nationwide drive, which I'm still going to do, but right now we're going to focus on New York. And what I want to do now, I want my New Yorkers who are into insurance. If you do insurance, if you're an insurance broker, if you sell insurance, email me so I can give people your information in New York, because this is very critical. Now, why do I say we need insurance? This is why. I told people this before. During slavery, a lot of people were not lynched during slavery. Black people started to get lynched after slavery. Why were we not being lynched in high numbers? A lot of us did die just working hard. We died. Of course we did, and that was a horrible thing. But just outright killing a black person, we were too valuable, number one. You had to pay a lot of money for a black person, and you had to get a return on your investment. So people, you know, they wanted to protect their investment. Also, black people who were enslaved were often insured. So killing a black person who was by some outsider, by some renegade white people, killing a black, that was looked down upon because you're killing somebody's property. And the insurance companies, they wanted to make sure, hey, you know, we don't want them to be killed because we don't want to have to pay out this policy. You understand? So some random white person killing a black person who was enslaved, that was a major problem during slavery. That was a major problem. So the white insurance companies didn't want that to happen. You understand? They did not want that to happen. So they'll start lobbying for certain laws. See, these insurance companies are very powerful. They'll start lobbying for certain things. This is why it was the insurance companies that was lobbying to mandate that people wear seatbelts. Okay? When they started making seatbelts mandatory, the insurance companies were going to some of the politicians like, hey, we're going to put $1 million on your damn campaign or whatever. Watch these insects in here. Just what we need from you is to make seatbelts mandatory so when people have accidents, they ain't out here dying, flying out the car window, and we got to pay the family $2-3 million. Okay? We'll just give you $1 million here. Everybody has to get seatbelts. And now we're going to save a lot of money because we ain't got to pay people out. You see what I'm saying? When a lot of people have insurance and they start dying or whatever, the insurance companies are going to step in and start lobbying. Okay? So I want y'all to understand how the game works here. Get life insurance in New York. We need you to get life insurance in New York. If there's some black-owned insurance companies or whoever, we got to start playing chess with this game, man. So if a lot of black people en masse, and don't even be secretive about it, let's let people know we're getting insurance in mass. We're getting insurance in mass. Yeah? We're getting insurance in mass. Get insurance. Some of these insurance companies will start going against the damn police saying, hey, y'all better chill out with all this damn killing. We got a lot of black folks out here insured. Hey, we're going to lobby against the person who's running against you. Yeah? You had an 800K policy when you got ambushed in 2013? Yeah. Yeah. You already got life insurance? Yeah. Get you a good policy and let's do it in mass in New York. Get it in mass. So they're going to be funny style about how they roll because some of those insurance companies are going to be lobbying to say, hey, the police, y'all can't be doing all this stuff.
Amid intense federal scrutiny of the Ruby Ridge scandal, the FBI's number 2 man was demoted, 3 other agents were suspended, and 1 was sent to jail. And the Weaver family won a $3.1 million settlement from the federal government.
Law enforcement typically changes not because someone has a brilliant idea. We change because we're sued or there's public opinion that speaks against us. Law enforcement typically changes not because someone has a brilliant idea. We change because we're sued or there's public opinion that speaks against us. And we realized we had to change. We had to do this better.